Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome
Hello.
back to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. And welcome back to the second one of the year, Stargate Outpost. We've got a fun one today, a pretty loose topic, so we might rabbit hole a little bit. Surprise, surprise. We never do that.
Yeah.
But the topic we do have today is a fun one. Before we jump into Stargate filming over in London in the UK, primarily. Doing all right, Sarah?
Yes, I am. Doing great. So,
I know we didn't get Farscape 3 on Monday.
no.
I was in Vegas before the new Vegas kind of finale, the new Vegas finale, the Fallout finale, whatever it is at this point. It's all synonymous in my brain.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to Colorado.
Yeah.
Stargate's going to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought an easy way of kind of starting today off would be reading the article over from Gateworld. Our friends over at Gateworld. Darren himself wrote this one. And zoom it in for us just a little bit. I think if the article.
Yeah, I watched the videos they did. David and Darren did a video, and then Darren did another video. He was talking to. I was just watching it this morning. Anyway, he was talking to another guy
on Gate or Gateworld.
On Gateworld.
Okay, cool.
What was his name? Anyway, he's from BC and he's a huge fan, and he was a politician up there, but now he's like a consultant or something. Anyway, I can look it up what his name was because I should say it.
Well, even though we're not, SciTrek isn't as a rumor and news focused as we used to be, because we've Tachyon Pulse for that now, the old Jaster.
Yes, yep.
I think we might get an influx of just people on set trying to discuss and talk about it. I'm sure they're going to be really good about trying to quell leaks and stuff. I think them being a little more ingratiated with the YouTube space, and there aren't Stargate influencers, I guess, maybe besides Darren and David to some degree. That's just because they worked on it with them. Hey, we should put ourselves in that closest thing there would be, but we ain't influence in anything. We just like to talk and talk about the things we like to talk about. And thankfully there's going to be a lot to talk about soon. This seems to be, I think, a good decision financially for the show. It hurts my little Hollywood living heart.
Yes.
But because I want to work, I want them to bring it out here, and I want a bunch of work to happen in Hollywood again. I don't necessarily think Hollywood's ever going to be what it was, and that's probably a good thing. But the heartbeat of this industry should at least have a finger in the pie, you know? And it doesn't feel like it. And I was really hoping this would be the show to do it. Fallout, though, it's still filming in Santa Clarita for season 3, so hopefully hopefully that can still bring some jobs around here. But I think this is going to bring a lot of jobs to the UK on top of the multitude of film and TV projects already heading to the UK that have been heading to the UK in recent memory as well. Move to London. It's free healthcare, etc.
Yeah, I don't think it's that.
I'll go move in Jay's garage or something. It'll be great.
Yeah, I think that might be a bit of a commute, though, wouldn't it, from where he lives? I don't know. I have no idea where it is in relation.
Just a tad. Yeah, I don't think they're not Londoners. He was talking to Michael Greenberg. Who was? Is this for real? New Stargate? Yeah, Jason. Yeah.
Yep.
Gateworld, the article, and the folks that we're going to be reading off of, David and Darren, got on with Martin Garrow, who was I wasn't as familiar with myself, but have become a lot more familiar with in recent weeks. He was a producer and a writer and a director on, I think, all 3 series originally. Low level, and worked his way up throughout the series. And now our guy's here to bring us back a new show. And Joseph Malazzi, Brad Wright, and I think they got a couple other folks, David Glassner and a couple others were. I know Malozzi and Brad Wright did the announcement with everybody, but
we'll find out more. Like, I mean, they have the writer's room going right now, I believe.
Yes.
We don't
writer's
know
room started,
all that is, but
was it January 19th? I think so. Yeah, that Monday.
This month, like or January. I mean, I guess I forget it's February already. In January they started.
Scott, it is way too soon to
yeah.
know.
They didn't say for sure, because that's obviously a question they asked, but they did strongly insinuate, I think, that we're going to see some familiar faces. I can't imagine we won't, but I don't know if they're probably just going to be like guest stars, maybe not like regulars.
Recurring guest star roles, maybe a few series regulars. It'd be cool if they do that. I don't think we're going to get many series regulars. I think they're recurring like 1, 2, maybe 3 episodes for a season. But I don't know about 3, 4, 5 episodes out of an 8 or 10 episode season. I know they said 10 episodes is the number we're all kind of expecting. Please go to 13 or 15, just please. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think.
Keep going. Sorry, I was just saying thank you to David. Reminded me about the banner. Well, it is fantastic news, Trevor. I keep saying Trevor every time I see it. Heyo, Canadian actors will be happy. Yeah. Did they actually say filming in the UK or just opening the production headquarters?
Yeah, we can look at that article. I think it says. Yeah, that's going to be the HQ.
Melvin, if you are feeling well, it wouldn't hurt to have a UK man's opinion in here too. That might be a fun thing.
Oh yeah.
But I know you were not feeling well last week, so just holler, let us know. You do have the link.
Yeah.
It takes about 3 hours by car to get from Jay's to London by car.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. David's been making weekend trips over to Jay now, huh?
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I don't want to see Dumpty at I love how it started in all seriousness, and I immediately hear the word Dumpty and just kind of start laughing. But
I've seen them, most of them recently at Comic Cons. They all look fine. I mean, they look older, but not bad.
Sure. RDA himself, I mean, he was getting a little hefty, and that was a concern I had a few years back as well. But he's really been put in the work for the last couple of years, and that's good to see.
Yeah,
you don't need to
like thin now.
Yeah, and you know, he doesn't need to be some jacked up, pencil thin kind of person or anything of the sort.
Right.
He's the general. Hammond was never some jacked up pencil kind of guy either.
No.
Older generals at this point, hey, we can give some leeway and stuff. They're not field operable at the moment.
And he's supposed to be retired and stuff now, isn't he? Basically, was that?
I would think so.
Yeah,
because that kind of happens in. He doesn't retire in SGU, but he kind of is talking about how the brief moments we get from him are. I'm over it. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. We're gonna go ahead and
I
get rid of that. Mods and admins, help us out, please. Sometimes, God, he's back already. Anyway, I'm gonna just.
I'll have to ask a question because I have the power, but I'm not sure how you do it. You just click on them.
Yeah, I think I did it. I don't know. All right. Okay. All of that being said, though, we do have the Gateworld article here. I'm just gonna ban that person. Anyway, Trevor, don't interact with the ones that are like spam bots or anything.
Or anyway.
All right. Not getting distracted by spam bots if we don't have to.
Yeah.
All the trouble seems to be on the mobile stream. Yeah, it typically is. And I know we all do prefer the vertical one. I mean, excuse me, the horizontal stream. The vertical stream has been doing a little bit better typically, though.
Okay.
So there is it's a problem that we've started to learn to deal with, and we will continue to. Sarah has to say, like, He-Man to have the power. How does He-Man do his thing again?
I've seen He-Man stuff, but I don't know exactly. I'd have to watch.
Nah. Well, all right.
That was a little bit after, I'm too old for He-Man. Anyway.
Well, hopefully the new one is interesting. It actually looks cool. I've never been a big He-Man, Thundercats, any of that kind of stuff.
Thundercats.
But Thunderparts. Okay. And maybe I don't think Lead Farmer's a fan either. But hey, it looks interesting. Oh, that's what y'all are saying.
Okay.
By the power of Castle Grayskull.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. You have to say it. You have to have the power.
Oh, no.
I love the cheesy 80s sayings. Anyway, the SciTrek gate opened to bots. Yeah, there were a couple. There was. I got distracted, of course, with all the bots there a second ago. Someone said there's no way Stonehenge isn't a Stargate in the UK.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, it was Icarus. Stonehenge is definitely a Stargate, or definitively a Stargate. There's no way it's not. It's
a broken Stargate. It is a circle. If you look down, you never know. They could do some cool stuff with that. Anyway,
they really could.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we jump into the meat of today?
Sure. Thank
Stargate.
you to Darren and Dialogate or Gateworld. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Oh, Dialogate too, I guess.
Was trying to get us over to Darren, and I don't know what I did. Shop Gateworld merch. Shout out.
Yeah.
Do we get an affiliate link, Darren? Everybody, go buy something with and type in hashtag SciTrek. I don't know.
Well, we should support them. I'm for it.
Yeah, honestly, we want before we jump into this, just while we're thinking the thought.
Yeah.
Stargate. While we got a couple new other folks in here as well, Stargate has the chance to not be Star Wars, to not be Star Trek, to not be all these other fandoms that cannibalize itself.
Yes.
We got this, y'all. Like, we got this.
We got original people involved, so that gives, I think, everybody breathed a great sigh of relief when we found that out.
In a big way. I think Giro, Wright, and Malazzi together is maybe the best trio we could have gotten or asked for. Oh, is that an actual line from Thundercats, Icarus? I hope not. Hey, we might get a Melvin. That'd be fun. So, as we were saying, Stargate doesn't need gatekeepers, and it's going to be better because we don't have them. Because we're able to grow a great community as a fan base from all of us all together, and I think it's going to be great. I'm excited for all this. It's going to be a couple of years. So we got some time. Now that's Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs. Is that an actual thing? What is? I don't know what my.
I don't know what those things are. So.
We were trying that.
Yeah.
Not trying too hard.
Well, we had to bring up. We can't. We haven't brought that particular item up in a while, so.
Gatekeeping
with the thunder plug.
Oh, yes.
So.
I don't know Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs, but the way you said Thunder Ho and then said riding sabers after, I didn't know if you were talking euphemisms or what, and I didn't want to necessarily put it up on the screen for everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. Starfleet Academy is okay, but has been destroyed by toxic fans. Even if a show is not the worst ever, and we've got a lot of the worst ever shows kind of in the last few years and such, and there are natural reactions to every action, and what's happened in fandom over the last 4 or 5 years, just all across the board, has not been pretty, and I think we can set an example. The sleeping giant of sci-fi is slowly starting to wake from its slumber, and I think it can set an example. And hey, we've got a lot of old guard folks, and we're trying to lead the charge on some new guard too, some younger folk, because we know Stargate's not necessarily popular in your 25 and under, your 30 and unders, but
But the thing is, a lot of shows from the 2000s have become popular with current generation. Like there's that whole big thing of everybody watching Friends again, and there's been some other shows too. So I mean, why not Stargate be one of those shows? Yeah.
One of my roommates never watched Friends growing up, anything like that. And we're born in like he was born 97, I'm 99. So we're at the very
Right.
end of that kind of decade.
Yeah.
Obviously, we weren't able to watch it growing up or anything like that, but
Yeah.
we had Netflix and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I've always just been familiar with Friends and Seinfeld, all these different things. My parents are a little
Mhm.
older, and I've just watched all of their shows all the way up to my generation of shows, which, surprise, now I'm in LA doing all the movie stuff. What to do?
Mhm.
But my roommate had never watched them, and now his comfort show to like go to sleep to is Friends. So
Mhm.
Stargate can be that for this generation and other
Yeah.
people in that generation, and I think it
Mhm.
has the power to be.
Oh yeah, especially like a lot of people have been watching, old 90s Star Trek, and now it just makes sense to move on to this as the next thing.
Yep.
99.
I know. I turned 27 in 6 days, 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, 5 days, 5 days. I was like, I don't know what day of the week it is. Let me look at the
Mhm.
number. That might help. But I'm 27 or about to be 27, going on about 45 mentally, so it's okay. I hang out with everybody 35 and
Yeah.
over. Typically, it's a fun time.
Mhm.
But yeah, I really hope people around my age, a little older and a little younger, all get
Mhm.
into it. I think it has just such a ripe opportunity, and I hope
Oh yeah.
that advantage is taken. Look a day over 40. Hey, I get rid of this thing, and I look like a baby, but I have this thing on, and while I was in Vegas, I was really happy. My mom got angry for me, but I was happy. I was like, I haven't been carded in like 2 or 3 years now. And I got carded in Vegas.
Yeah.
I was like, yes. My mom's like, you don't look like you're 21. I get mad when that happens now. Like, but I'm not 68. Like, it doesn't matter to me,
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, we can rabbit hole as we like to do.
Mhm.
But let's jump into the meat of this article and read a little bit of it. It's not
Mhm.
a super long article. If you want to switch
No.
off paragraphs or just want me to read the whole thing, I'm up for either one of those.
I'll read a paragraph,
Okay.
but you can start.
Gotcha. So Stargate, the film new series in London this year. This was written by Darren at Gateworld on Gateworld. So the latest entry in the venerable science fiction franchise has set its home base, with production slated to begin in 2026. Stargate is heading to the United Kingdom to set up the new show's production headquarters this year, Gateworld has learned. London will serve as home to the main stages and production office for the 4th live-action series of the franchise, which is created and executive produced by Martin Garrow. Amazon MGM Studios officially announced the project in November, and the series will stream globally on Prime Video. Technically, this is already wrong. I don't mean to call it out just a little bit, but technically, it's the 5th live-action series in the franchise. Catherine is a small one.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd count that too. I think a lot of people just want to like pretend that doesn't exist because it wasn't like it was a web series, right? So I think that's why they're not counting it.
But it is. I think it should be counted just for the sake of it's the only if it did not exist, MGM would no longer own the rights to Stargate. So even though it is kind of purged and nobody counts it,
yeah,
it is quintessential Stargate in the sense, not necessarily viewing wise, but it technically saved Stargate enough to get it to where it is now. Who knows? Maybe if it wouldn't have happened, we could have gotten Stargate even earlier. But with the last 4 or 5 years, the whole discussion we just had, what would that have looked like? So maybe it's a good thing that time played its part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, average person isn't going to know about that series probably. So,
Catherine herself is canon. The debate is if the Stargate Origins Catherine is canon.
Yeah, that should be counted. But anyway,
Infinite Possibilities. Stargate Infinity. Sorry.
Yeah.
So bad. Do you want to read this next one?
Sure. But you got to scroll down for me.
Oh.
Because I can't. I don't have it pulled up on my.
I did just read this one. That was the one right there.
Yep. While the main stages will be in London, the show will be shot all over the world, a source tells Gateworld. Production is slated to begin in the fall of 2026, with the studio currently discussing a possible September start. So if they're going to be starting to film in September, we should be getting some. They have to start casting in what, about 3 months, couple months. I mean, they got to get the
You would
scripts done
think.
so they know what casting they need, I guess. But they're probably
Yeah.
going to be done with the scripts. What? Because they're probably going to write, if it's going to be 10 episodes, which I'm assuming it is. That sounds about right to me. Are they going to have all 10 episodes written like by the end of April, let's say? Probably.
They're going to be shooting for it. They're going to be trying their best.
Which means May, June, they'd need to start casting and hiring. They're probably already starting to hire people, but
because the pilot's going to be the episode that takes the longest to write.
Yeah.
If they already don't have some variation of a treatment set for it, which it sounds like Martin Garrow has a plan, has the whole bone structure and maybe skeletal system and maybe some muscle fibers going throughout there. But I don't know if this is truly just putting on the flesh or if we're getting cosmetic and, adding the final details or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
It does strike me as interesting just reading this again. Just knowing our friends over at Gateworld are very specific because we used to be all rumors and newsy. Yeah, and we love some rumors and news. It's always fun to discuss things whenever things are being discussed.
For sure.
That being said, Gateworld is they've been very, very, very specific about not putting something out there unless they have the exact source to tell you who that source is. This is the first time I've ever read a Gateworld article, I think, that it just says a source tells Gateworld.
Well, maybe they were asked to not be named.
That's kind of my assumption.
Yeah.
But because Gateworld has been so just very on point about making sure that everything's official. It's official, it's official, it's official.
Right.
And we know our buddies over there have some in with all the people. I mean, they have all their phone numbers and talk to them on a weekly basis. So I'm guessing this has got to be as about an official news as possible if there isn't a legitimate
I mean,
because this is technically hearsay, I guess.
Right. I mean, knowing what their sources are, I think you can, I mean, or we know the people they know. So you kind of assume that, okay, must be.
Yeah. Sue, I'm with you there, but it wasn't the best show ever, but yeah, for kids, it's a good way to get kids into a show. Hopefully
don't get a tattoo, kids. I'm gonna always think of that every time.
Make it to the whole series. The finale, that's in the finale, right? Like it's in
it's one of the last ones. Yeah. It's one of the end ones, yeah. Anyway.
Oh, it's too good. Did we get to this part right? Or did we just do this middle one?
I just finished the Gateworld has learned up at the top. Your paragraph starts with, unless you want me to read it, London.
Oh, okay. I keep scrolling up and forgetting my place.
Oh, wait. No. I finished September. No, we're down more. Okay. That's where we are.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're at timetable. That's right. So this timetable comports with Garrow's statement to fans last month that the first season will be in production for approximately 2 years before it premieres. Several months of principal photography that stretch into 2027 will be followed by post-production and visual effects work, as well as the process of localization that will allow for simultaneous global release in multiple languages.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Stargate consulting producer Joseph Malazzi has confirmed that the writer's room is now in full swing in the Los Angeles area. The group officially began work on January 12th, not 19th. I thought it was the 19th, 12th, and has been spinning ideas, sketching out character arcs, breaking stories, and determining who will write each script over the coming weeks.
So they're writing in LA. Okay.
Cool. They are writing out here.
Yeah. So that's something. Not a lot, though. The Greater London area is a logical place for the big budget series to set up shop. Aside from the usual tax incentives, Amazon MGM Studios owns or leases substantial studio space at locations including Shepperton Studios in Surrey and the historic Bray Film Studios in Berkshire, which Amazon MGM Studios acquired in 2024.
Oh, okay. So that's nice. They actually have their own studios out in the UK as well.
That's probably why. Maybe that was just the only available space. I suppose it's the incentives. And I'd be curious to know, like, did Amazon even look at different areas to get incentives, or they just looked at what was and picked from that? I don't know, but
there is no way that a company as big of it as Amazon trying to bring a show like this up, and the fact that they're giving it these 2 years, they're expecting at least a minimum of 2 years for true production, not pre or post production, but excuse me, production and post production. Pre-production is what we're getting at the moment.
Yeah, that's what they're ramping up right now.
If they're giving it this time, I am intrigued to hear if they're going to treat it more of like that prestige type of television like Fallout's being treated right now, or if we're going to maybe get a couple extra episodes and they don't have the largest budget in the world, maybe a little bit above middling budgets. That way they can get the kind of machine working, you know?
Right. It'd be cool if they could do like teaser webisodes or something, you know? It would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just checking SciTrek to remember to lower the gate shield so people can dial in. Ayo. We do. Someone said we need more people to dial in. Oh, that was you. There we go.
We do. Please.
That's right. A full season and a miniseries is 20 plus episodes, not 10. That's
yeah. Well, that's only network television now.
Yeah. I would be very happy with 13 episodes. I would be ecstatic with 16 or 18. But the UK is budget conscious. It just makes a lot of sense. California has started to give more tax incentives to get people back over here, but not enough. Not enough. And, you know, if there's anyone that can talk about filming in the UK, I think it's typically UK folk that could have some ideas for that. Melvin, Sir Historian of Sci-Fi, Quest RRC himself, the man of many names, the man of all the talents.
Many names.
Many names.
I named 3. The man of 3 names.
Well, I do have a middle name. So yeah,
I was about to say, actually, you used to have like 12 different Quest channels before you decided to Quest RRC it up. So maybe the man of many names.
Yeah.
But only one of them had subscribers, so that helped.
Yeah.
Just where's your head at with this before we finish up this article? We're talking the episodes right now. I'm sure you just heard that. So the amount of episodes in the UK, do you think lowering the budget by filming in the UK affords the ability to maybe
I don't think it's
episodes?
I mean, this is what I've got issue with it coming to the UK, because there are certain things being put in place in the UK for the entertainment industry. Well, I'll go into that after, but I mean, the whole episode length, like season length thing, that's all since streaming. Since streaming, we rarely get anything over 10 to 13 episodes, right?
Right.
So it's the streaming services that we should really blame for that, because they're trying to get as much content as possible. It's quicker to film 10 episodes than 20.
Yep.
So I mean, it doesn't even take half the time these days, does it? Because most of the time is in post-production with visual effects and stuff. So
yeah, especially a show like this is going to have a lot of visual effects.
Yeah, especially when you think back, how many shows have we had where it's taken them 2, sometimes 3 years to get a season to come back? You know.
Okay, I don't want to cut you off, but that thought just brings another kind of question up. Just because Amazon, specifically thinking Amazon and MGM, the way that they're kind of teaming up and working on things, what's kind of the first big show that's actually put MGM on their logos? Fallout.
Yeah.
And Fallout got a second season to us about half a year faster than most people expected it to. Part of that was because it was such a heavy pre-production, as well as production and post-production. Obviously, there's a lot of VFX, a lot of actual practicality that goes into it. Those practical effects that started off help the process speed through. Do y'all think? Do you think that might actually be the case? That hey, if we do more practical things or get more practical things with this series pre-production wise, it'll speed that process up maybe, and where maybe you could get back to those longer episodes or longer length of episodes.
I think some of them, they'll go into like the pre-production early, right, for the second season. So as soon as they get the ratings in for a certain amount of episodes, sometimes they will go in and start working on the pre-production for the next season, right? So they'll start drawing out storyboards and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they'll start writing episodes, and then they'll go through it. So it all depends on how the team is set up and what they're told. If they're told, right, say they saw the first say half of season 1 of Fallout, say, right? They saw the rating numbers, they saw they were high, they were probably above expectations, right? And they thought, well, I'll tell you what, let's give them a green light, season 2, get them on the production whilst the first season was still airing, right? That speeds it up, because if you're thinking back, that's what shows used to do. They used to get like contracts to say, like, you've got from right off the bat, we'll give you 2 or 3 seasons to start, see how it goes, and then we'll extend.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
And that way, they're probably working on the next season before the first season's even finished. Sometimes, in some cases, they probably finished the writing, and they were getting ready to start the productions process fully, right? So they would have say, how long would they film for a series typically back then? Probably 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, if not longer.
Because they were under different
10.
time constraints as well. They had different amount of time to film each episode. So unlike what they do with streaming, it's like, oh well, we'll see how it goes at the end, and then most of the time it's like, wait until that one's finished, and then we'll wait a couple of months, then we'll say whether you get another season. But I mean, I'm thinking way back, so before streaming, specifically with Stargate. I mean, you'd see it with Stargate, because Stargate was kind of towards the end of it was before streaming took off. I mean, we still had blockbuster videos at that point, which then became Netflix. By the way, a video rental store became Netflix. Yep. I remember doing the rent by mail for movies.
Yep. My husband and I did that too.
And it was still blockbusters when I started doing that, and then it came out. Then later on, they changed it to Netflix. So I know the origin of Netflix. And when the streaming first started, I mean, if say, here's a better example: The Expanse. First season of Expanse was on Sky. That was on the Sci-Fi channel, right? When Amazon took it, they took it to streaming. Ratings went up because people could. It was a wider audience because, and obviously more people have access to computers nowadays. So if that happened to Stargate, I don't think it did, because obviously it was we would have had Atlantis, but at about the point where streaming was really taking off.
That was 2010-ish?
2013 was when House of Cards came out, I think. That was that first big one, but Disney Plus came in like 2015. And that was
Disney Plus is actually newer than that.
Yeah, it is pretty new. Yeah,
later, but it's the mindset that they have, where we'll. I've lost my train of thought now.
I hear the dial up in my head right now as we're talking about this.
The gate dialing?
Yeah. That's that sequence that you'd listen
exactly
to
like
and wait
machine.
for it to make that sound that you knew it was connected anyway.
I still remember answering the phone and getting the fax machine trying to give me a fax through a phone. Didn't have a fax machine. Same sound as dial-up, exactly the same. I would try and make the noise, but I can't be bothered.
That only
But what
makes
was Disney doing?
Yeah.
It was like a premium channel before that.
I think they had the other platforms, didn't they? I think Hulu had a streaming platform
Yeah, I think they were one of the
before
early
Disney
ones.
Plus
Hulu was
took over.
first, yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
so, I
there
mean-
was CBS All Access or whatever,
Yeah.
which is Disney
yeah.
or Paramount Plus now.
So
But
Disney Plus didn't have a streaming platform until they actually bought the infrastructure for one through those other
right,
companies, which is why
Oh wow.
I always
Yeah.
thought that Disney
2008.
Plus was a bad mistake, a bad idea. Just like I think Paramount Plus was a bad idea. They should not have done that. They were doing much better with their contracts with either Netflix or Amazon to have them stream it, because they were getting paid by them to do it, whereas having their own completely screwed them, because they're paying a fortune to provide a service that that people are watching somewhere else.
All right. Well, should we continue with this article and finish up? And
I think is it. I don't remember whose turn it is.
I can start it off.
Okay.
Melvin, do you want to read one? There's actually, I think.
No.
Oh, okay. We only have a couple left.
You don't want me to read.
Okay,
Although the final, that's where we are. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, although the final title not yet set, Stargate will be produced by Safe House Pictures, helmed by executive producers Joby Harold and Tori Tunnel. Also on the production slate are Quinn's House Productions, Garrow's Shingle, Electric Entertainment, which is Dean Devlin, Centropolis Entertainment, Roland Emmerich, and Amazon MGM Studios. Okay, let's take a
they're
second.
bringing the movie people in too. Interesting.
So let's start
Probably
there.
for the rights.
No matter what, Devlin and Emmerich have to be credited to some degree.
Yes.
It seems like, just from what's been reported and the way people have talked about it, that this might be more involvement than they've had in a long time.
Yeah. No, that it does seem like it, because they didn't really want to be involved in the television show, right? And then what was it, around 2014, 15 or whatever, they were going to make movies, and then that didn't happen.
And they wanted to finish the trilogy, essentially. They wanted to have the two other films. So, does that worry y'all to have their involvement? I know Dean Devlin also had a couple other bigger shows. Didn't he have? Did he do the Ark, or was that Brad Wright?
One of them did.
He did the Ark. Yeah, he did the Ark.
Dean Devlin.
I always get him and Brad Wright's other show. Passengers or Travelers. That's what it is. Travelers is Brad's other show. Yeah, do what Valentine says.
Yeah.
Please. That being said, the last thing that, and I guess the Ark doesn't have the best ratings. There are people that enjoy it, but it doesn't have the staying power that I think some of them had.
I watched like the first episode of it, and it was kind of low budget, which I don't mind so much, but it didn't like capture me. Like I didn't think the writing was that great. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at. I don't think they're going to be involved within the writing aspect of it, but from the larger production aspect, I love some Roland Emmerich movies. They're the best popcorn flicks in the world if you really just are ready to turn your brain off.
Right.
I don't like to turn my brain off in a movie, but if I'm going to, I'm gonna go see a Roland Emmerich movie a lot of times. Moonfall. I went to go see the premiere in IMAX with the Q&A of Roland Emmerich with my roommate at the time. It wasn't a great movie.
I watched it. It was okay. It was just kind of like whatever. I wonder if part of this is like if there's any rights issues or whatever, so they're bringing them in, so there isn't any problems with that.
Guess, I think that's got to be a good chunk of it, as well as they're there because. I mean, they've talked about a film and going back and forth for a long time now. It seems like one way or another, they're either working up towards a film or a film will be adjacent to the series, maybe parallel to the series or what over time.
I could see that.
Who knows exactly what, but I think that's why they're here.
Yeah, they just want to have they're kind of covering all the bases. They're bringing back old people. They're bringing back people from the movie. They're just feels like they're trying to very much like cover everything.
Yeah, and I like that. But also, Devlin and Emmerich can go special effects. Hey, and they actually both do have a lot of production skill, and they focused a lot of their careers on VFX, and that might be a good part of production for them to focus on as well, which would be really cool if they're involved in that level, you know. And hopefully this can make Roland Emmerich make some good movies again, please.
Yeah.
Because Moonfall I do enjoy, but it's not a great movie. Independence Day 2 is a bad movie. I just hope we can get back to give us some Independence Day.
Oh, I forgot that even existed now that you say that. And I think we actually own it, and my husband watched it and was like, not good. I just haven't watched it.
Well, I mean, there's another film that that wasn't very good, and which was a sequel. Pacific Rim Uprising.
Which one?
Oh no, I was thinking of something. I was thinking of another film that didn't do very well. I wasn't talking about the Emmerich or anything.
Devlin.
It's just when. Yeah.
Aye.
He wasn't.
Yeah, it seems like they'll be credited, but maybe no part in production.
Yeah.
I don't know if you even mentioned their names if they're not going to be part of production. You know, you do.
Maybe they'll be consultants, or they'll be given some kind of thing, like you were talking about the effects, or there'll be some kind of a help with production some way.
That seems to be the thought. So, Tori Tunnel, I'm not as familiar with. She has done My Blind Brother, Holy Rollers, Novocaine, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, Robin Hood, and Andre's an Idiot. So
I saw King Arthur, I think, is the only one of those I saw. Is that Arthur, Robin Hood?
Novocaine and Robin Hood I've all seen. And they're all...
I wanted to see Novocaine, but didn't.
Which Robin Hood is that? Is that 2018?
2018. Yeah. That's the one with Demi Fox and Taron Egerton.
Crap.
Okay. This is kind of where I'm getting at here. Just for a moment, let me share this tab again. These two names are the names I feel like naturally make people a little hesitant. And I don't think they should right here, actually, because I feel like everybody's saying, I don't know if they're going to have enough say in the actual production level of what's going on.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like they have equal power as everybody else. I don't think they're.
They have less power than everybody else. That's for sure.
Yeah, if anything, equal or less.
Yeah, I think Garrow and the Brad Wright, Malazzi, and maybe Glassner would be above these folks. And these are your true. These are essentially the thing that's making me think that Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich are more involved than not is that they're mentioned in the same breath as Joby Harold and Tori Tunnel, who I'm more familiar with Joby Harold than Tori Tunnel. I am familiar with her films for the most part. Now that we've looked at a couple of them, they're much more your line producer. Like they're actually involved on set. Yeah, they are kind of co-executive producers and have the larger credits as well, but they're there to be on set and make things move. And these two names are the ones that are giving me the only trepidation I have. Joby Harold is who turned Obi-Wan from a movie that had a great script for it, that had a lot of emotional cores, into the shell that it was that we got. And it is Joby Harold that did that. And that he is my single biggest worry coming in here. He still had some cool stuff. I like some of the things he's done in his career. I believe it in like
they're married, by the way.
Huh?
They're married.
Are they really?
Yeah. Because I looked up Joby Harold and it says spouse, Tori Tunnel.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'll share his tab real quick. He's got some good stuff. He did Edge of Tomorrow. He was in part of John Wick 3. He did all the things that we named with his wife a moment ago. But he did Obi-Wan Kenobi. He did the Atlas movie that went straight to streaming. He did Army of the Dead, which is one of my least favorite films that has ever existed. And he also did The Flash.
Yeah, not great.
Every single thing that either Tunnel Vision is hilarious. Actually, if that's not the name of their production company, they're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
They've both had their fingers in some good pies over time.
Mm-hmm.
They've had their fingers in some bad pies too.
Yeah.
Overcooked pies, undercooked pies, some that were just misflavored entirely.
Yeah.
These two names are the two names that give me the biggest amount of trepidation, and they seem to be the line producers for the series in the way that they have been mentioned accordingly. Because you get Garrow, Brad Wright, Malazzi, and maybe one or two other names as your big executive and co-executives. Then you get the next sentence with Joby Harold, Tori Tunnel, and then Devlin and Emmerich there.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel like there's that proper separation for a reason. These are your actual line producers who will be there to make sure the functionality of the show is going.
Mm-hmm.
That does scare me a little bit. It's the only trepidation I have for the show at the moment.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple bright spots in there. I mean,
There are.
I'm willing to give everybody a chance. I guess. I'm just like, we'll see what happens. You know.
Well, and you know,
yeah.
Tori Tunnel has Trumbo under her, and Holy Rollers, which both are very well considered, or considered very well made films. That just you give me the flat. And hey, John Wick 3. I even like Transformers: Rise of the Beast a good amount. Edge of Tomorrow is one of the best sci-fis we've gotten in the past 20, 30 years. But
yeah.
And hey, I do have a soft spot for King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, or whatever it's called as well.
Yeah, I liked that, but mainly because Charlie Hunnam, right? Is it?
Yeah, the cast was great.
Mm-hmm.
And I like some Guy Ritchie action.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But Atlas, The Flash, especially Army of the Dead, and especially Obi-Wan Kenobi, they give me the biggest hesitations possible because Kenobi had so much promise, and it was.
Yeah, it could have been. It was okay. I mean, it had some interesting moments that I liked in it, but overall, it could have been more interesting. I think.
I don't think it was good. I think there was about 5 or 6 great moments, and there was maybe another 8 or 10 pretty damn good moments. It just kind of existed with itself, and not in like an exciting way or even a contemplative way.
It was done almost like they were expecting to do more, and then that didn't happen. It just felt like it was a lot of setting up for something else that didn't really go anywhere.
Because it was supposed to be a film, so they just kept pushing it off. Where the big thing's going to happen next time. The big thing's going to happen next time. The big thing's going to happen next time.
I mean, I guess it's sort of a backstory for the movies or whatever, but.
Yeah, I just what we could have gotten could have been so much better. And it seems like Disney's trying to learn their lesson with Mando and Grogu. But
that comes out in May?
Yeah, in May, I believe. But I don't think anybody's asking for that one either. So
yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of people take their kids to it because Grogu is cute or whatever.
No, we wanted the series. We didn't want a movie. I wanted the series. I didn't want a movie.
I know you have some thoughts on Obi-Wan and all that kind of stuff, Melvin.
Right.
Did Joby Harold and Tori Tunnel give you trepidation at all? Some caution?
Of course it did.
Yeah.
I would have rather have that been a movie than the series.
Yes.
And if they were responsible for making it into a series, then not a good sign.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yep. That was simply and well put.
That's all we can do. We have
in Tori's defense, wasn't she involved in every episode of Monarch season 1?
Maybe. I guess this is just showing
she was she was executive producer, I think.
Okay.
You know, let's just bring up her IMDb real quick. That might be the actual best way to do this. She did produce 11 episodes of Monarch.
Mhm.
So I'm going to, sorry, Tori, just pretend I'm not saying what I'm saying right now. I'm just going to say it in a very sarcastic way. So she was involved with the show that each episode cost $2 million more than the movie that did way better, looked way better, and performed way better, had a much more strong story, actually thought about what it was trying to say and said it well. That one? Which is my biggest trepidation and worry.
No comment.
That was the best political, like, no comment.
I hope you're talking about -1
I haven't watched Monarch, so.
and not the legendary.
Well, hey, y'all remember Monarch? I was frustrated with the whole show, the entirety of the show, and then -1 came out, and it was
so good.
For me with
-1 is awesome.
Monarch, it was that
again.
one character. It was that one character that's not going to be in season 2. That was the big issue that I had, was that one character.
Which character?
She could have been so good as a character, but they just completely ruined her.
Which one?
Not
Not Anna Siwa or Sawai. I don't remember exactly how to say it.
Yeah, she did well. She did so much better in what was it? Sorry, I'm still a bit mind clouded from last week.
No worries.
Hold on. Let me bring it up.
I am laughing at Coke Blood. Howdy.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well. This would be great. I want a Cockney Stargate member.
Yes.
God blimey, what's a bleeding bloke with those bloody glowing eyes do by that pyramid? It'd be funny as hell. He's getting on my bloody nerves. Sod off. I'm going for a bevy at me local. It would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be great.
Melvin, can you give us the best Cockney? Just
no, because I'm not a Cockney.
Can you give us it's Roy, right? Roy Kent from he's Cockney, right? Can you give us a Roy Kent impression if you can?
Anyway.
No.
Oh, I tried.
Yeah, it was Anna Sawaya. Anna Sawaya.
Getting back to the article.
She was terrible in Monarch, but she was actually really good in Shogun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. That, and I'm still confused about it. I'm excited for her in the season now, and I hope that they've reined in their budgets and made them a lot more purposeful per dollar per minute of screen time.
Yeah, because she's not coming back for season 2.
She's not?
From what I can understand, I mean, she's only credited for 10 episodes of Monarch, and that was season 1.
The trailer.
Wasn't that the other one? What's her name? The one that was missing in the first one. I can't remember her name.
Oh, well, that's her grandmother in there.
Yeah,
right?
the character's grandmother. Yeah.
Yes, she's definitely there. But I'm
she is essentially replacing her.
Oh, interesting.
As far as I'll check now. I'll look at the.
Well, because that technically would make sense for filming wise, because she's about to film or has been filming or is in the process of filming Shogun 2.
From what I can understand, Sawai is going to be in 1 episode of season 2.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
and I'm getting this from IMDb, so take it with a grain of salt anyway.
Okay. Well, I mean, so she has some TV shows, because that was just showing us the movies there. She was a producer for Underground, which has better ratings than the other things she has here. Any other TV shows that pop up on here that stand out to y'all?
No, I've only seen like King Arthur, and I think that's it on that list.
Well, if that's the case, I think these two are our biggest heirs of caution. They both have some great things under their belts.
But we're always going to have to take
Stargate. It's another great thing that gets added.
Caution is important at this time. At this point in time, especially if they're coming over to the UK for any part of the production process.
Right.
Because there are
cautious optimism nonetheless, but airing that caution.
Yeah, I'm optimistic. I mean, you have your reservations about things, but I'm optimistic until they give me a reason not to be.
1,000%. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It seems like they've painstakingly over the last few years really made sure that, okay, how are we going to do this? Who's the team behind it? And they have really taken the time to make sure it is a hopefully well-oiled machine. That we
I do have a theory. I do have a theory of what they're going to do in the UK. I think they're just going to do the post-production in the UK. Because to actually qualify for the tax refund, you only have to do 10% of the post-production, then you qualify.
Oh, wow.
Right. But it does say they're setting up production.
As far as from what I've found, other than from outside of the article, from what I found, they're setting up the headquarters, the production company headquarters. Not filming. And that say anything about filming.
Wouldn't, because technically, I guess this is still hearsay, even though Darren and David are really good about making sure it's true, pertinent information. Technically, it's just a source right now who has said everything that.
But even it could be just something that's been spoken about in an office, and the source reported it to them.
Yeah,
it could be just something that might not go with. It might be just an idea that.
Well, and one thing they say in that article is that, hey, it's not just London or not just UK filming; it's filming across the world.
It's going to be global.
Which is best for Stargate. Of course, there are some of us. I don't know if I'm included. I would have loved to have seen a lot more of some just British Columbia, But every planet
they might do some
like BC.
They might do some because there's certain planets, or maybe they visited before. If they go back, where it needs to look the same. So, but hopefully, they at least come back to do, some location shoots.
And sure and I just want to add something about because to link to an announcement that Amazon made. Well, a report that Amazon was announcing certain AI initiative last year in the UK. The government actually set up a AI funding scheme. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but basically they're going to help the entertainment industry start using AI for more stuff. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I think, was it last week? I think Amazon did announce something saying that they're going to start concentrating more on AI for visual effects.
Oh, wow.
Not surprising. Which
is part of the reason why I say they might just do the post-production and that in the UK, because the government, Keir Starmer wants the UK to actually be one of the leaders in AI. And that would be a huge boost to his government, basically.
I mean, if we're being 100% honest and realistic, every show we're watching has been touched by AI.
Yeah.
Most of it is like in the editing process where it's
taken out. How many companies have announced that they're going to lean more towards it rather than just have it, involved a little bit? I mean, how much of the visual effects are they going to use AI for?
Obviously, it's a different version and variation of AI, but Amazon is heavily involved in AI. I rode in while I was in Vegas just for a day with my mom. One of her friends downloaded an app, and it was called Zooks, I think, or Zooks, something like that.
I mean, we have friends of the channel that use AI all the time. I'm getting sent things all the time.
Oh yeah, little finger of SciTrek, Mr. David himself. He makes AI stuff all the time.
Exactly.
I put out something today.
Yeah, we got a couple. I haven't seen them yet today. Which are always fun.
I was just saying because the only reason I'm bringing it up because it gives them more incentive than the tax repayment to do the post production in the UK. They don't have to do the whole thing. Only 10% post production. So and then they get 25% of that back.
So you're saying there's hope they will film in LA? I'm kidding. I wish, but no.
Maybe.
I just wish.
You never
I
know.
wish they would have just filmed it in Canada. That's the home of Stargate, as far as I'm concerned.
Mhm.
Yeah. In Bevo, I'm not sure if there will be, but hopefully with
There
it
will.
coming back in the way it is,
There
coming
will
back,
be.
Right.
There will be.
It will be cool as part of the marketing to promote the new show, you know,
Yeah.
to put out.
Well, they'll definitely do it, but they'll probably
Yeah.
do it about the time when where everyone gets ready access to 6K or something, or 8K. That's when they'll bring out the 4K version.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Whenever we start,
Yeah.
when
Yeah, I
things
wonder if they're
start
going to
in 4K, it's going to be wild.
do any, like, you know, if the new series, hopefully we get it maybe on DVD with some bonus features or commentaries or whatever would be cool, but we'll see.
Yeah,
that would be really fun. They need to lean into all of that, and seems kind of like they want to, which is a good thing.
Yep. All right.
But all right,
I guess.
let us continue on. Hey, look, they knew we were talking about them. So,
I'll go.
do you want to lead us off, Sarah?
Sure. Devlin and Emmerich will also receive executive producer credits, and the nature and extent of their roles are still to be revealed. The two co-wrote the original Stargate feature film, which Emmerich directed and Devlin produced more than 30 years ago. Do you want me to go ahead and read the next one?
Sure.
Production Weekly has also listed veteran producer James W. Oh my gosh.
Scotch Doppel?
Scotch Doppel?
That's the best name ever.
James W. Unpronounceable on the show's production team. The longtime film producer has credits ranging from Sleepless in Seattle and Crimson Tide to Django Unchained and The Revenant under his belt, and most recently has turned to TV work with Prime Video's genre series The Peripheral and Fallout. His role on Stargate is still to be announced. So we got a Fallout connection there. Hey.
That's good. This guy, the way they at least talk about him, I'm confused of how the producer's credits will be truly labeled at the end of the day. I think we're on a good track from the way executive, co-executive producers, and then producers. I don't know who James W. Scotch Doppel is. He's got my new favorite name in the whole world. I can tell you that much. But the way they talked about him here, excuse me, is specifically how you talk about a line producer. So if there's a headline producer, it kind of seems like this guy. I don't know if that means he would be leading Joby Harold and Tori Tunnel, or if they would oversee his department and he's the hands-on guy from a day-to-day kind of basis. Those are my best assumptions and guesses from the information that we have. This is also interesting right here, though. It seems like there's going to be something else. I'm hoping. I really like your avenue of thought with they could very well be involved in the visual effects aspect of it all, which would be really cool. I think they
or maybe they want to do a feature film at some point.
I think they both want their names to be what they were 30 years ago again. And I can't blame them for that. I mean, shoot. I'm just hoping they can write a script as good as Independence Day or Stargate again.
Yeah.
Independence Day.
Well, they should be able to, since like some of the original people are on it. Yeah. I don't know how much are Brad Wright and Joseph going to actually be writing scripts, or are they more consulting? They'll probably do a little of both, I suppose.
Yeah, I would assume, because they're involved in the writer's room, they're there.
I'd still say, I think I've said it before, but I'd say that they're probably just there as consulting. I don't think if they were going to be involved in a more productive side of it, then we would know.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think they would have said, and they're going to write.
They would use it. They would use it because it would be a big win. The fans would love it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I think they're consulting. That's what I think.
And it makes sense because whenever if you have a bigger writer's room like they have, and they have the ability to, I'm assuming Garrow is writing the pilot, if I had to truly guess.
Yeah, I would imagine that maybe he already maybe had a good portion of it done already, and is now just they're working together to refine it.
Presumably.
Yeah.
And I don't know the other names off the top of my head. Who else was in the writers' room besides like the big Stargate folks that we were all excited
I don't know
about.
if they've said, have they?
I don't think so. It seemed like they had a good large writers' room though. And if that's the case, I mean, the way we handle writers' rooms and the way a lot of them are typically handled is you have someone that is writing a specific episode, that's their episode, and they bring that back to the writers' room and they have different stages of it done. And then you get that consultation from the kind of table around you.
Yeah, but we also have that other thing. I mean, how many people in the writing room? You know, too many people. It's like having too many cooks in the kitchen.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes and no. On larger series like this, it's necessary because you have that individual for each episode, or maybe one or two individuals for each episode.
Yeah, but you don't want 10 different people to write 10 episodes, do you?
Maybe.
I mean, the connection will be lost.
No,
a lot of the time the connection will be lost
because you have typically.
Well, they would meet up and get that
what
the thread of the whole series is, the whole season is going to be, or whatever.
You have your consultants, and then you have your script supervisor as well. And your script supervisor's sole job is to make it feel like it is still the continuous series, even if every episode is written by somebody else.
But that's another thing. I mean, it is a series that was most of the time, each episode was its own story. Other times it was a series arc.
Sure, but this is a whole new series, and they're approaching it how Martin Garrow wants to approach it, and Garrow will have lead over that. So there is the showrunner to go back to. The most interesting thing I find about Devlin and Emmerich here, though, is if the extent of the rules are still to be revealed, and that is kind of a sentiment we've heard a few times now, even in live videos and streams and such and announcements. If their extent is still to be revealed, I do find it interesting, and I find myself wondering if Martin Garrow is purely the showrunner for the next Stargate film. I mean, excuse me, if he's purely the showrunner for the next Stargate TV series, or if he is overseeing Stargate like Brad Wright did for it originally, like Kevin Feige does for Marvel, like a Gunn and Safran may do for DC, and so on and so forth, depending on the company.
I would think that he's maybe going to be writing a lot in the beginning to just get the tone or what he wants to do, like make it clear by writing it himself. But I think as it goes on, he'll probably delegate more of that once the people under him get the vision and get the style of writing he wants.
I think that's reasonable to think. I wonder, I know we just keep having the same thought or similar thoughts, and people have been asking it in chat the entire episode so far. I do wonder if Garrow is going to be the person helming this, because he did work on all three of the shows. Tonally, where are we going to find ourselves? If it's filming in the UK, does that give us an insight? Because if it was filming in Vancouver, if it was filming in Canada, or filming in Colorado at Cheyenne, something, if it was filming in a specific location, we could kind of lean back to, all right, so this is going to be a little more SG-1 focused time, or this is going to be a little bit just more, the core will be tonally more in line with this series rather than SGU or whatever it may be. Because they've said worldwide, that kind of leans into, okay, we're going to go visit a bunch of planets. We're going to do some cool stuff. That's going to be interesting. I don't think we've really gotten any hints of what the tone may be, though, yet. Do y'all have any good guesses or thoughts or anything on that?
I've always thought it's probably going to lean more towards, SGU, BSG, The Expanse kind of look. But maybe it leans a little more tonally into SG1, if that makes sense. Like kind of a because I don't want to say just like SGU, because I think they needed to bump that up a couple notches, which they were kind of getting there when it got canceled. But
yeah.
Good to see.
Melvin, you got any ideas there?
Not really.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. My hope is.
My hope was that they might have considered that, looking at the way they used to do it and think, well, maybe we should try that again.
I think finding a balance between SGA and SGU is going to be the best place they can tonal.
But the problem is that we see it with a lot of shows is it's all studio, it's all LED walls, it's all visual effects, no real locations. If they want to go to another planet, then they put it on a screen on the soundstage, right? That's it. I would much rather they do what they did with Stargate and actually go out to locations.
Well, and they're saying they are, so that's filming across the globe to do that. Oh, I hope it's great. They've got a lot of cool filming to do. And
no, I'm not saying the TV production altogether should go back, Peter. I'm just saying maybe they look at it and adapt it or something. Not go all the way back.
Yeah. SGA, I feel like, is the closest litmus test to in the end of SG1, where they both at that point were they knew what they were, and they were willing to go a little darker and try some stuff. And SGU was willing to go a lot darker and try even more stuff. And I think they're going to dial that back, but kind of lean into late stage let's say SGC and SGA, because we understand that the last 3 seasons of SG1 was supposed to be SGC. So SGC, SGA, and I think especially what you were saying, Sarah, with just visually, I think SGU is more.
Yeah, make it feel more where like SG1 and Atlantis kind of, you could tell they were like on a set. You know what I mean? Whereas with SGU and things, it feels more like it's a real, they're filming like real world. It doesn't feel so much like on a set.
And even when they were on sets in real worlds, like you might be going through Vancouver in the forest somewhere, but okay, we are moving and it does feel good. But even though you're moving around and you're walking around, you do feel like, okay, this is a confined set. They only have this amount of space. They have this amount of space. In SGU, just in the first couple episodes, damn, they cross an entire desert. Like that's a lot of walking, and it doesn't feel like it's minimized by being on a set like that.
Right.
And I hope that's what they lean into there. Yeah. I'd like to see a little bit more green. I don't not miss a little Vancouver forest, honestly.
Yeah.
My hope though is that it's that SGC, SGA later stage OG Stargate kind of. I know it's weird to request, but give us more Daniel and Vala yelling at each other. Not in like a bad way necessarily, but with that emotionality, that core and that.
I would like to see a more like kind of toned down Vala. They made her a little bit cartoonish. I think you can keep that personality and just have it toned down.
I just watched Pitch Black the other day. I love some Riddick. Claudia Black in that movie would be the perfect Vala. Just bring back that and tone her down just a little bit. We don't need the Farscape Claudia Black. We need give us Pitch Black Claudia Black. She was over the top slightly, and it worked so well whenever it came into. I mean,
it worked at the time, but I don't think that would work
and
now.
It works. I don't know if it would work as well now. If they were going to do something like that now, they would have to have another moment like Daniel and Vala had, which I still think is the best acted moment of all of Stargate. And it's sad and it sucks, and it's also beautiful and it's refreshing and it's any emotion possible all at once.
Yeah, it is.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't over the top, you wouldn't have felt the frustration Daniel had at that moment.
Right. Like she was the
I'm a poke your button.
She just did that all the time.
Yeah.
Just jabbing the needle in a bit further each time.
Yep.
Just a tad every time. That I don't know. Every time I think about
Vala
this,
would have made a good acupuncturist.
yeah.
For sure.
I know it's probably not in the cards, but realistically, I think Vala would have made a good mom with Daniel. I guess she did. She could have kids. She did have Adria.
Right, but that was a artificial insemination or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
because I was thinking she was a ghoul. She did have all that going on.
Or it was some
magic
Ori magic power.
Ori magic.
Immaculate conception kind of thing or something. I don't know if it was immaculate with her though, but
Well, she actually says that
yeah,
none of the fun stuff happened. I think she actually says that in the show, doesn't she?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, tonally, I feel like that's where it will end up. And I don't know if if we're trying to figure out where filming is to inform how the story will be handled, I think just the fact that they are primarily filming in one place or the globe from the sounds of it.
Yeah. Home base.
Yeah. If that's home base, that's nice that I think we'll explore some of the darker tones if they're willing to go to more than just British Columbia.
Right, but they're trying to appeal to a global audience, so yeah,
like you just said that, and then in the article they specifically say that they're going to take the time to make sure it's in languages to go across the globe,
right?
And that makes sense. I think that was kind of that's kind of what we were hearing 4 years ago when we were all talking about this. When Jamie was hearing, we're going to get Stargate India, we're going to get Stargate UK, we're going to get Stargate Germany, we're going to get Stargate Mexico, Stargate Argentina, whatever,
Right. I wonder if they use the Asgard beaming tech to transport the gate to different locations around the world for different nations to use it. If it's, a thing where if it's an open to the public thing, but
Amazon and MGM, we know y'all watch us.
Wouldn't have to. Just need to
do that.
Just have a satellite. Just put 6 satellites in orbit, beaming technology on them, beaming crystals.
Yeah. It'd be kind of effective. Yeah. Okay. So filming,
you can have it. You can have the gate for 2 months. We'll have it for 2 months.
Right. Exactly. And a way to share it around the world or whatever. Yeah.
That's not unrealistic. I think to the way the UN may end up kind of trying to figure that out if it were public or something, The other thought is
what's to stop every country from getting a gate from another world and just pulling the dialing crystal out to disable it, and then each country can have it at a certain time each day.
Yeah, there's 100 things they could do.
Yeah,
if everybody's not going over to war over who controls it.
If you remember, if they take the crystal out of the gate, they just completely disable it, then they can allow another gate on the same planet to work.
One
gate per planet.
One gate per planet, but that's what he's saying, Popcorn, is that you would have, according to your time zone, you would have entrance and exit points for 2 hours a day. 2 hours. Now you take your dialing crystal out. Next time zone, 2 hours a day. Take that out.
It'd be like a timed switch or something to disable it and enable it. Why not?
It doesn't not make
sense. If we know how to build the gates, though, I don't know. Do we know how to build?
Don't have to. Just take them from planets that aren't inhabited.
Well, I mean, I was about to say, I think we could.
They went to that moon and they brought that probe back, which pinned O'Neill to the wall.
Yeah.
Take that gate. No one there. No reason to be there. Take the gate.
Oh, Icarus. That's just an interesting thought. Wizard of Ooze. Also, while I was in Vegas, I did see Wizard of Oz on the big old sphere thing, and that was awesome. For security, you got to have a centrally located gate and beam people to it. That does sound like generally the right thing, but actually, I think having one Stargate in each time zone with the ability to turn off the dialing thing or keep switching the dialing thing technically would be far better for security. As long as you all have Wi-Fi, you can call each other. I mean, and just be like, okay. We're freaking out. Send some military over here, and we're going to try to dial out and push it to the other one as fast as possible. We can hold them off here for 37 minutes, then dial a gate to the next spot. They're going to have to reopen it there, and we'll be prepared with some nukes or something.
As long as nobody else gets their hands on a dialing crystal and
see, there's good stories to be told. I like the idea. But Icarus, this is what I was going for right here. Easy, go multi-planet, bring other gate to Mars. It would be really interesting.
Yeah, we could.
If we jump back into Stargate and Earth's multi-planetary, like truly now.
Yeah, there's one on the moon. There's one on Mars. Yeah.
I'm not. I feel like there is supposed to be a separate Stargate on the moon or something like that, or that's been proposed or thought of or something like that. But
I would consider it its own.
I wouldn't.
A moon is a moon.
But it is.
It's not a planet.
Because
its gravity does affect Earth and stuff.
Well, but it shares the same gravitational. It gravitates towards the same gravitational force, and it's in lockstep with the planet it surrounds. So wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, Popcorn. I think I read something recently that said that they're going to try that they're considering making Pluto a planet again. Yeah, reinstating it.
Yeah.
Bring Pluto back. Bring Pluto back.
How can you tell it's Pluto from the bark, you dummies?
Isn't Pluto a planet again? Didn't they switch it back? I don't remember. I lost track.
I think they might have done it.
They had.
Is Pluto a planet?
Yeah, literally. No, Pluto's not considered a planet in our solar system. In 2006, it was reclassified as a dwarf planet. Okay. But
it's considered a satellite or something?
No, it's considered a dwarf planet, which in that case is like.
Then it's a planet.
Science not consider like that makes my brain go to a couple different places. Like
no, they took the dwarf planet title away from it, and I can't remember what they called it now. What they called it after. But they keep switching different places. They keep switching it back and forth. It's either a planet or it's not a planet.
Oh, it's still classified as dwarf planet.
Oh. For how long? Another 2 months, maybe?
Yeah.
Then it'll change again and it won't be a planet. It won't be a dwarf planet.
Whatever.
Change, as far
it's
as I can
the thing out there orbiting.
Every
That's all we need to know.
Yeah. It's something out there that we can't technically see with the naked eye, so who cares?
Yeah. Yep.
Who cares until China sends a probe there?
We all have giant telescopes in our backyard to check it out, right? I mean, Schrodinger's planet, that's actually comment of the day right there, Icarus. That's
Schrodinger's planet, isn't that Planet X? Isn't that Planet X though? Schrodinger's planet.
Oh.
Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
It's affecting our solar system in weird ways or something. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Wizard of Ooze. There are other bodies in the solar system that are bigger than Pluto. So at this point, if it were to be reclassified and come back as a planet, we'd have a bunch more planets. Hey, we can learn some new acronyms. I'm okay with it. What was it my mother told me? King Philip. What is the planet one again? I don't even remember the old acronym. Oops.
The what planet?
The planet acronym.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold up. I can't think of the planet acronym.
Like planet is an acronym for something?
No, not an acronym. There it is. My very educated mother just served us noodles.
Oh, for naming the planets in the solar system. Okay.
Now it's noodles. Okay, because I'm familiar with my very educated mother just served us 9 pizzas. That's the one I.
Well, hey, think about it this way. There's a reason why a lot of planets are named after Greek gods.
Mm-hmm.
So that they're easy to remember.
True. The German version. That just sounds. that looks fun to say, but I don't know what it says, so I'm not gonna read it just to be safe. I don't think you'd lead us wrong.
It's like the Roy G. Biv for the colors.
Yeah, exactly. We need a Stargate on Titan. Ooh, I really would enjoy because we
Sounds
leave
like a title.
Stargate universe with a lot of technology. I mean, SG1 and SGA, we're technically multiplanetary at that time, but we don't have true colonies outside of maybe what is the Alpha Point or whatever.
The Alpha Site.
Alpha Site, that's the one.
But that was just a military base, basically. It was kind of a fall.
Dude,
it was meant as like a
It's the Alpha
fallback.
Site, the Beta Site, the Gamma Site.
Okay, there are at least a few others.
Okay, yeah, I think
those
they
are
did
military outposts.
I don't know if we saw them though.
But it'd be cool if we saw.
Wasn't the Gamma Site the one where they had the bugs? The already modified bugs that escaped. Was that the Gamma Site or the Beta Site? I think that was the Gamma Site. For some reason, I think it's the Gamma Site.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually great. My very easy mnemonic just seems useful naming planets. Yeah. We got to hope people know how to spell mnemonic, though. But fingers crossed.
Yeah. Which I always think Johnny mnemonic. But anyway.
Reboot. Who's doing that one?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Had what's his name from Black Flag in it? Anyway.
Well, Stargate is filming in the UK. Do we have any other thoughts on that before we call it a day?
It's kind of a bummer that it's being taken away from North America, but it is what it is. I'm just glad we're getting more Stargate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does feel weird that American military show is now filming in everywhere besides the US, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see how it goes. We'll see what they do.
Well, besides today, we'll see. We might stream tomorrow. I will let you know if that's the case. Of course, we were trying to stream on Sunday to talk some of the Saturn awards and stuff like that and their nominations. But tomorrow might be the actual realistic day for that. Might be myself. Might be a few other folks. We'll see. If Melvin's available, I'm going to just start calling him 40 times in the morning and see what's going on. No, it'll be a fun one, though. That's most likely tomorrow morning. Friday, of course. If both of y'all want to come by and talk some Fallout, that'd be fun. It'd be fun to almost do a little bit of a panel for.
But I'm going to be talking about it Saturday. So.
Oh, that's right. We are talking Saturday as well. Okay. Chazz will be in town, and we got a few others that might pop on. So Fallout Friday for the Radical Wasteland podcast. We will see you then. See you again tomorrow for some Saturn nominations discussion. And Sunday, we'll be back, of course, with Sci-Fi Sundays. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to talk about. Friday is going to be a fun one with all the Fallout stuff. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to watch that episode a couple more times again just to get all the nuances.
I went to the gym after I got inside, and then we got back from the gym. And I'm usually pretty pertinent about, okay, let me go jump in the shower real quick. I just don't want to be sweaty for too long or anything like that, you know? And lo and behold, 45 minutes later, I'm still just standing there because I walk inside and my roommate's watching it. And I'm just.
Yeah. This is the best episode of the whole season, for sure. Maybe of the whole series, even.
Honestly, I think it was the best episode of the whole series. It was so good. And it does leave a lot of questions, but I think all of the questions that it leaves were questions from season 2. I think it did a really good job about answering all of the questions we had left over from season 1. And now there's more threads to jump at, and there should be. But it feels like it at least finished a lot of the story it was trying to tell. Yeah. So it didn't leave me like Pluribus or Daredevil Born Again or these others where I'm like, we're just getting into it, you know? Like, I just barked for a second there because it kind of threw me off. Like, come on. But Fallout, that was great. If y'all haven't watched it, go watch it, and we'll see you Friday morning, y'all. All that being said, y'all know what y'all need to do. Oh.
What do we need? What do you need to do?
I forgot how the timer worked. Figured it out.
All right.
There's
mine.
people to check
Anyway.
out.
New name coming soon.
Ooh.
Yeah, especially come and join us on Saturday over on Quest, because we're going to be talking about Starfleet Academy. We're going to have Steve, that old Yorkshire Geek's, going to be on, hopefully talking about Academy, and then after that, hopefully Harris is going to hop on, and we're going to talk about Fallout. So yeah,
Chazz is going to be here in 3 hours, so you'll have both of us on there. We'll come Fallout with you.
Mm-hmm. That'll be around 6:30 p.m. UK time. But like I said, starting off with Academy, so you can pop in anytime after that, Harris.
All right, that'll be fun. Sarah, what you have coming out? Anything specific?
No, I think I'll be uploading a video to you today, but I'm a little nervous about that. But anyway, no, I'm hopefully. Well, anyway, I got to get working on doing another recap here. I'm doing recaps for Atlantis. For those of you who don't know, maybe I shouldn't be talking about that. I don't know.
No, that's okay. Actually, Stargate Outpost is a good time to say that. We're going to be doing here soon. We're trying to get a couple episodes banked up before we start releasing. Chazz will be doing SG-1 recaps for the entirety of the series, each individual episode, the seasons, and then the series at the end. Sarah will be doing the same thing for SGA, and I'll be doing the same thing for SGU. We might get somebody to do some for a little Catherine and Infinity and the other things, but that's obviously not a focus. That's just more if we have a couple other people that might need to get in the hang of making some videos and used to it. Hey, Stargate's a good place to jump in and get used to making videos for SciTrek. It's always a good one. So keep y'all's eyes out for that. That'll be a good time. Oh yeah, all of just catching up with some of these comments there. Well, anything else before we jump out of here? Before that Union Jack is stargating around.
No.
Just be careful with that in this day, in this current time. Just be careful with that flag.
We're about to see it a lot more on a lot of Stargate things.
A lot more in the news as well.
Anyway, I don't think we want to enter into that conversation. Anyway,
no.
Well, if that's all we got to say for today, it is an hour and a half. It is 12:30 Pacific time over here, which means it's got to be right at what 8:30 for you now in the UK.
Yeah, about 8:35. Yeah.
All right. Well, all that being said, y'all know where to catch us. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you Friday. We'll see you Sunday. Stay cosmic, SciTrekkers. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Later.
Adios.